Yo, what's up, Leo? Welcome to your monthly forecast for the month of February 2017. Leo, your one-on-one relationships in your life are going to be the primary theme of your life throughout the month of February 2017. And the reason for this is because the sun is going to be transiting the sign of Aquarius until February 18th. And Aquarius is your seventh house. It's to do with all the one-on-one relationships in your life. So who do you think of right off the bat when you think of one-on-one relationships? You probably think about your significant other if you have one. So there's going to be more of a frequency of interaction with your significant other throughout the month of February 2017, Leo. Now, if you are a Leo that's single, there's going to be more of a focus on relationships during this time. And throughout the month of February, there are a lot of aspects that are going to occur, which I'm going to talk about throughout this forecast, that will help you enter into a one-on-one relationship if that's what you want, Leo. On February 18th, the sun is going to shift into Pisces. Pisces is your eighth house. That's to do with your shared resources. It has to do with your shared finances. It even has to do with your sex life. It has to do with business deals, contracts, negotiations. So the theme is going to change there. Following February 18th, the sun's going to shift into Pisces, and then there's going to be more of a focus on all the things that I just mentioned. But those are the main themes for you, Leo, throughout the month of February 2017. Now I'm going to talk about some more specific major astrological events that are set to occur this month and what they mean for you. Right off the bat on February 1st, Mercury, the planet of communication, is making a positive angle to Chiron. And Mercury's in Capricorn, which is your sixth house. And that's to do with your work situation primarily. It's making a positive angle to Chiron, which is in Pisces. And Pisces is your eighth house. That's to do a lot with business partnerships. So something very positive happening regarding your business partnerships and your work situation on February 1st. Now, there is one caveat because, if you don't know what Chiron is actually an asteroid in our solar system and has very much to do with sensitivity. So this influence is sort of a paradox because there's something positive happening in your work situation and your business partnerships on February 1st, Leo, but then you have Chiron there, which has very much to do with Chiron in astrology means sensitivity, it means vulnerability, it means, potential irritation. So there could be somebody in this situation at work, whether it's you or somebody else who's maybe feeling irritated or, sensitive about something or probably blowing it out of proportion. But the overall energy on February 1st is very positive for your work and your business partnership, so I think that's something for you to look forward to. On February 6th, Jupiter, the planet of luck and fortune, begins its retrograde cycle in Libra, and Libra is your third house, and that's to do primarily with all the communication in your life, Leo. So if you haven't received your blessing yet regarding communication in your life, Leo, then you may have to wait until the retrograde ends, which is until June 9th. So Jupiter's going to begin its retrograde cycle on February 6th, and it's not going to stop retrograding until June 9th. It's in Libra, your third house of communication. And, once again, retrograde's where the planet looks like it's going backwards. It's not really going backwards, but it looks like it is. Well, what does that mean astrologically? Well, it sounds like something's going to be delayed or put on hold, or you might have to look at something again or review something over and over before you can receive that blessing regarding communication in your life. And just to give you an example of how this influence may affect you, Leo, is when I had Jupiter in my third house, that's when I began telling people about my knowledge of astrology. I always sort of kept it to myself, but then Jupiter went into my third house and I felt the need to, jump on YouTube and start making YouTube videos. And, now I've built a following. People watch me every month on YouTube. Thank you for all of you who, come on here and watch me. But think about how that applies to your life, Leo. Is there any sort of thing that has to do with communication in your life that you could see yourself making a positive advancement? And, maybe you want to jump on YouTube and start making your own video. For those Leos who are in film, media, radio, TV, this is while Jupiter's in this area, you could see some sort of advancement in this type of situation in your life. And Jupiter's going to be in this area until October 2017. So you have a lot of time, to make some sort of advancement in these areas of your life. And in order to see some sort of, real progress, like I said, you might have to wait until after June 9th when the retrograde ends. Now, this third house also has to do with cars. So, some Leos could potentially see themselves thinking about buying a car. Potentially it'll happen during the retrograde. Maybe it won't happen until after the retrograde. Maybe you're just thinking about buying a car potentially. And this area also has to do with, it has to do with potentially some Leos probably might want to upgrade their phone potentially. I mean, the iPhone 7's out. Maybe some Leos are thinking about that. And this third house area also has to do with a lot of short distance trips. So, while Jupiter is in this third house area for you, it's going to be here until October 2017. Leo, you may see yourself going on a lot more short distance trips during this time. On February 7th, Mercury, the planet of communication, enters Aquarius. Aquarius is your seventh house. That's to do with the one-on-one relationships in your life. It's going to be there until February 25th. So if you're a Leo that's coupled up, this could see you communicating with your significant other a lot more during this time. There's going to be a lot more communication between you and your significant other from February 7th all the way up until February 25th. And if you're a Leo that's single, once again, there's still some influences throughout this forecast, which I'm about to get to in just a moment, that are going to help you enter into a one-on-one relationship if that's what you want, Leo. I'm going to get to that in just a moment. On February 10th, there's a full moon lunar eclipse in your sign. So this is all new stuff coming down the pike for you, Leo. I mean, this is actually happening in your sign, Leo. So there's going to be a significant change regarding you and matters of self, because it happens in Leo. And when you're a Leo, Leo is the first house of self. So full moon lunar eclipse. Now, lunar eclipses, this has to do a lot with your fate and your life path. So you're going through some sort of change of self. And it has to do with your fate and your life direction, Leo. So if you've always expected yourself to be a certain way, Leo, you can expect yourself to start becoming a lot different following February 10th. And this has to do with matters of self, and this has to do with new beginnings. So you're going to see a lot of new beginnings start coming down the pike after this full moon happens on February 10th. So look out for that one. And on February 11th, the sun is in Aquarius. That's your seventh house of one-on-one relationships. It's making a positive angle to Jupiter, the planet of luck and fortune, which is in Libra. That's your third house. That's to do with communication. So here we go. For those single Leos, this is what I was talking about in the beginning of the forecast. Here's an influence that'll help you enter into a one-on-one relationship if that's what you want, Leo. You have the sun, which is in your area of relationships on February 11th, and it's making this beautiful angle to Jupiter, the planet of luck and fortune, which is in Libra, and that's your third house, and that's to do with all the communication in your life. So on February 11th, Leo, if you are single and you know somebody that you're attracted to and you want to be in a one-on-one relationship, this is a great day for you to communicate your interest or initiate, Leo. If you don't take action, Leo, I mean, don't be like you feel like you have to sit back and wait for something to happen. No, Leo, you need to get out there and take the initiative. If you're attracted to somebody, let them know. This is a great day for that on February 11th. And if you say something to somebody on February 11th, it'll most likely be well received, because this is a positive influence between the sun and Jupiter, the planet of luck and fortune. If you're a Leo that's coupled up, you'll be communicating to your significant other, and it's going to be going very well. On February 16th, Mercury, the planet of communication, in Aquarius, your seventh house of one-on-one relationships. Now it's making a positive angle to Mars, the planet of passion, which is in Aries. And Aries is your ninth house. And the ninth house has to do with faraway places, foreign cultures, and spirituality. So here we go again. For you single Libras, here's another influence that'll help you enter into a one-on-one relationship if that's what you want, Leo. Mercury, the planet of communication, is in your seventh house of one-on-one relationships. It's making this positive angle to Mars, the planet of passion, in an area that's to do with foreign cultures, faraway places, and spirituality. So this suggests for those single Leos who know people who are in a faraway place, or potentially somebody who's local from a foreign culture, or Leo, if you know anybody you're attracted to who's a spiritual figure in your life potentially, Leo, make sure you're letting this person know. The only way you're going to find out if you're going to get a positive response is if you communicate to them. So this is Mercury, the planet of communication, in your area of one-on-one relationships, and it's making a positive angle to Mars, which is also the planet of sex. So it could indicate that you have a steamy attraction for someone who is from a foreign culture, or they're in a faraway place, or it's potentially a spiritual figure somewhere in your life. So make sure you're communicating to this person, Leo. I'm sure you'll get a great response. And for you Leos that are coupled up, I mean, some Leos, I'm not going to say for all Leos, but some Leos could potentially be lucky enough to be going somewhere far away from their somewhere far away with their significant other. If that's not the case, maybe you just recently got back from a faraway place, or potentially for some Leos, you're going to be going to a faraway place potentially. So this could see that resonating in any different situations with you, Leo. On February 22nd, Mars, the power planet, is in Aries. It's making a challenging angle to Pluto, which is the planet of transformation in Capricorn. So, Mars is that planet of passion and ambition, and it's in your area of faraway places. It's in your area of spirituality. It's making this challenging angle to Pluto, which is the planet of transformation in Capricorn. Capricorn's your area of your work situation. Now, the way I see this influence is that it sounds like you're involved with somebody who's in a faraway place, or you're involved with maybe a spiritual figure in your life potentially, but your work is inhibiting you from being able to spend as much time with this person as you want. And this is not going to resonate the same way for all Leos, but for some Leos, potentially, yes. Some Leos potentially, wish they could, spend more time with somebody who they're attracted to in a faraway place, or, maybe they want to spend more time with someone who's a spiritual figure in their life, but somehow the daily process of their life is inhibiting, to do so. Maybe you live far away from somebody and you're attracted to them, and that's, distance is kind of what's holding you back in this situation, but that's going to resonate differently for each Leo. So the general concept of this is that there's a challenge between these two areas of your life, Leo, on February 22nd. There's a challenge between the area of your daily life and your work, and on the other end, it has to do with having adventurism in your life. It has to do with far away places. It has to do with foreign cultures. Potentially even has to do with a spiritual figure in your life. On February 26th, there's a new moon solar eclipse in Pisces. Pisces is your 8th house, has to do with your sex life, your shared resources, your shared finances. The solar eclipse has to do with your fate. The 6 months coming down the pike could be a new person coming into your life that has to do, it's going to be, this person's now going to be a part of your sex life. This person you're eventually going to share your resources with. You're eventually going to share your finances with. If you're a Leo that's coupled up, it just means new things regarding these areas coming down your life in the 6 months that follow February 26th. Thank you very much for watching this video, Leo. I'll see you next month.